Hi, fourth graders. It's Mrs. Somick here, and we are starting out with our Tuesday lesson for reading. We're going to continue talking about how we can choose as readers the best summary of the selection that we just read. Now, just as a review like yesterday, we had 5 major points here that we talked about on what makes a good summary a good summary. So again, the first one we talked about is that no additional information is needed to be added to the summary. If it's not from the passage, we're not including it in the summary. This is what we're going to focus on today. Next, just like I said yesterday, we do not need to include our opinions. We're only stating what the author's actually thinking in the summary. Next, just like yesterday's lessons, we're going to decide we have to differentiate between what are the most important details and what are the details that might be interesting, but they're not needed for the summary. After that, it's always important we don't need to include too many unimportant details. Again, only the important ones. And then lastly, make sure your summaries, friends, are in your own words. We're not copying it down word for word. So, just as I said before, today's focus on choosing a good summary is all about the summary cannot have additional information in it, even if that information is true, which we're getting ready to find out here in a second as we read our passage. This is something I'm sure a lot of us can relate to here. Look at this photograph of this young boy. And what is he covered in? He's covered in sunscreen. How many times have you gone to the beach and your mom or dad are asking you, make sure you put on your sunscreen? Okay, we can even see in the caption, don't forget to put sunscreen on your face. So we already have an idea what the topic might be. Now, before I start reading to you, make sure you have your reading packet out in front of you. If you need to pause and get your materials, that's fine. We are looking on page 22. Now, if you're ready, go ahead and follow along with me as I read this passage to you aloud. Millions of people take a trip to a beach every year in the United States. Spending a day at the beach can be a lot of fun. However, if you arrive unprepared, your beach trip could quickly be ruined by a painful sunburn. The most important thing you should do to prepare for a trip to the beach is to bring items that will help protect you from the sun's UV rays. Sunscreen can help protect your skin and prevent sunburns. A hat with a wide brim all the way around helps to protect your entire face, including your ears and the back of your neck, while sunglasses help protect your eyes. When packing for a trip to the beach, be sure to remember all of these items. It takes less than 20 minutes to get a sunburn, but you probably won't see the redness or feel any pain for several hours. That's why you should put sunscreen on before you even get to the beach. And once you're at the beach, put more on every few hours or after you are done swimming. Make sure your trip to the beach is all fun and no pain by preventing a sunburn before it happens. Taking just a few minutes to prepare properly can protect your skin and guarantee a great day. Now, before we actually start talking about a really good summary for this passage, let's come up with a solid main idea sentence. So in this passage, the author explains what? Why it's important to be prepared for your beach trip in order to prevent getting a painful what? Sunburn. We definitely don't want a sunburn. That could ruin our trip, okay? And some of those details are kind of things that we need to think about when we're heading to the beach to prevent that sunburn. All righty. Now remember, our focus today on summarizing is that we need to include information that's only in the passage. We do not need to include additional information. And here's what's important. Even if it's true and we know it's true, if it wasn't in the passage, do not include it. Now, let's look at the first one here. Pulling it up. Bringing items that protect you from the sun is important when taking a trip to the beach. Was that in our passage? And you've got it out in front of you. So if you need to look back at it, you can. It was. That was in our passage. Making sure we have these items and making sure you are prepared to take them to the beach with you. Okay, let's look at the next one. Sunburns can be very itchy and make your skin blister. Did we read anything about sunburns making us feel itchy or making us have blisters on our skin? No, we did not. That was not in our passage. Now, I know that's true. I've had a sunburn, unfortunately, and it's itchy, and I did get a blister from it, okay? But that was not in our passage, so it does not need to be included. Next, an umbrella provides shade which protects you from the sun's UV rays. It's true, an umbrella does provide shade. Did we read about umbrellas providing shade, though? No, we did not. That's additional information. Yes, it's true, but does not need to be included. All right, next one. Sunscreen, sunglasses, and hats can protect you from the sun's UV rays. Did we read about how those can protect us? Yes, we did. That was mentioned as ways you can protect yourself from the sun. Next, when preparing for a trip to the beach, make sure to bring beach towels and a change of clothes. Should I include that? No, we did not read about how we need to bring towels or a change of clothes. I mean, I know I always make sure to bring my beach towels, but I didn't read that in our passage. Therefore, it should not be included in the summary. All right, last one. We know it needs to be included, obviously, because again, it restates here what our main idea is all about. It's about how sunburns can ruin that fun trip to the beach. That's why bringing items to protect you from the sun is important when taking a trip to the beach, and the items they mentioned were sunscreen, sunglasses, and hats, which can protect you from the sun's UV rays. These three, details from the story help with that full summary. Okay, now friends, it's your turn. So when you turn to page 24 here, you can actually see the page right here in front of you, but it's important, you need to go into your Google Classroom to fill this form out. What it's going to ask you to do is look back over this passage about sunscreen and preventing sunburns. Make sure you give it a good title. Remember, your title needs to be your topic. It needs to follow what the whole passage was about. Next, you're going to read through both of these summaries and you're going to choose which one is the best. One of them has additional information that was not included in the passage. Choose the summary that has just the information from the passage. Then you're going to explain why it is the better summary. Not because you just liked it better, because it did not include the additional information. One of them will and one of them won't. All right, it's your turn, friends. Let's see what work you can get done today. I'm excited to read your answers. Until next time.